Welcome to Monday Minute. This week I have a very special 4-part mini-series in which I am bringing you special reports from John C. Rankin on the issue of rape and incest. You know, one of the arguments that we always hear brought up about abortion is the fact that we have to give the exception of rape and incest. I want you to hear his treatise. I want you to hear his talks. These were done many years earlier, but they have been broadcast on his website for a couple of years, and I connected with John, and I believe his message is a message you need to hear. So stay with me for the next 4 weeks as we bring you this special series.
Good evening. This is John Rankin here, October 19th, 2010. Presently, in the U.S. Senate races in Colorado and Nevada, we have the debate over the issue of rape and incest. And I've looked at this issue before in a YouTube upload, but I want to look at it again here in a number of subsequent videos to walk through this issue patiently. For indeed, this is a dynamic question, and it raises so much human pain. And the question is, in the political debate, do we address the pain or do we just stake out positions? In 1989, I was addressing a debate at Brown University with Marianne Sorrentino, immediate past president of Planned Parenthood Federation of Rhode Island. During the Q&A, a young woman asked me a question. She said, "What about rape and incest?" Now, this was in Sales Auditorium. It was packed with 400 people. The seats were bolted to the floor back to 1881. And every time a person moved that evening, you could hear the creaks of the bolts of those aged chairs. And yet the moment this question was posed, a hush descended upon the entire auditorium. This was a dynamic question with much human pain and anguish in the face of it. And it was posed to me, this pro-life evangelical minister. How did I answer? Well, I looked at the young woman and I said, "That is an excellent question. And before I'm able to answer it, let me ask you one question." Now, it turned into 3 questions, but again, this was spontaneous. I said, "Is it fair for me to assume that you, like me, in your life, are seeking the qualities of peace, order, stability, and hope?" She said yes, and the entire audience affirmed her likewise, and the quiet continued. I said, "Is it also fair for me to assume that you, like me, are seeking to live, to love, to laugh, and to learn?" And again, the same affirmation. In other words, I just described what I later called the posh L's of the image of God. We are all made for peace, order, stability, and hope, to live, to love, to laugh, and to learn. And we don't want those hopes and those goals to be interrupted. And rape and incest does that in the nastiest of ways. So with that affirmation, I continued. I said, "Okay, then I just have one more question for you. In the face of the hell of rape and incest, does abortion unrape the woman and restore to her the lost qualities of peace, order, stability, and hope? Or does the abortion only multiply the fracture further?" And again, you could hear a pin drop. For what I had sought to do was to touch the reality that one evil of brokenness does not answer another evil of brokenness. And in subsequent video uploads, I will share other stories in the face of this terrible issue, this painful issue, and show how the gospel comes in and how, if we can bring this into a political arena that seeks to add to broken lives and not to multiply broken lives further, we can actually win the hearts and minds of most people. For I've addressed this question on many campuses full of abortion rights feminists. And when the humanity is honored and respected, and when the male chauvinistic realities of human abortion is understood, we win the hearts and minds of most people. So I'll address this again on my next video, and thank you so much, and God bless.